Amelyn recently spoke to Swiss ambassador to the Philippines, Ivo Sieber. Let's listen in on their conversation.
Magandang umaga.
Good morning, magandang umaga po. Welcome to the Swiss residence. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much. And may we come in?
Please come in, yes, by all means.
Wow, this is a very, very interesting door. What do we have here?
Well, this is the door that depicts all the flags of the 26 Swiss cantons, the Swiss states. It's a confederation and all the flags are here.
Yeah, and that's why it indicates here 1291, the year that Switzerland was founded.
That's correct.
Wow,
yes, exactly.
So history in the door itself.
History there. It's a very Swiss door on on beautiful Nara wood, so it also symbolizes the good relations between the Philippines and Switzerland.
Wow. What do you have for breakfast?
The most iconic one is the muesli. Another type of food that we like to eat is homemade jams. We like cheeses, of course, as well. Switzerland is well known for it. Here in the Philippines, at least at our place here at the Swiss residence, we try to do some fusion. We have some wonderful mango juices, or fresh mango and pineapple or papaya. So that's sort of my breakfast experience every morning.
Do you eat pandesal?
Yes, of course I eat pandesal.
How about tapa?
Tapas I eat. Tapa I eat.
Longanisa.
Longanisa I eat. I eat pretty much everything that the Philippine cuisine offers as well. I try to be very open-minded when it comes to... I also eat balut. I mean, it's something that I have no problem at all. It's not my favorite one, but I like it once in a while. It's a good change.
The Swiss consulate was the first consulate in Manila. Did I get that right?
That's correct.
The first in Asia as well.
That's correct, actually, yes. In 1863, that the Swiss government then decided we need a presence in Asia because we have Swiss moving into the region, and it has been opened ever since. The government purchased this house from Betsy Westendorp. Betsy is a well-known artist here in the Philippines, and she built the house in the mid-50s, I think. An early colleague of mine who moved here after we purchased the residence thought that it might be a great idea to plant some coconut trees, some palm trees, because that's for us, for Swiss, for landlocked, Europeans, it's the stereotypical tree for the tropics.
I'm in
and of
paradise.
course, I'm grateful here.
Your wife, Gracita, is a Filipina. How much Filipino influence have you already imbibed from her?
Now, I think it depends on the situation. I think when I'm doing my job, when I work officially, of course, I'm representing Switzerland. But when I come back in the evening and I take off my jacket and my tie, I think I turn pretty much more than 50% into a Filipino. I think it's really the friendliness, the charms that the Filipino have. One feels immediately comfortable and happy with Filipinos. I think that's also how I got to know my wife and love my wife, because that's a trait that I very much
Yeah, you met in Geneva.
Yes.
You got married in 1992, and you now have two beautiful daughters who are studying now in Switzerland, right?
That's right, yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful love story. You've been here since 2010, and I heard that you've already taken the Roro with your sister.
We took about 2 weeks and we drove all the way to Dumaguete, actually, and then through, as you said, Mindoro, Panay and Negros, and then we came up through Leyte and Samar, and it showed us the beauty of the country.
And I also heard that you like riding a bike, and sometimes you ride a bike to work.
Sometimes if the traffic is bad, if the weather forecast is good, and if the traffic promises to be bad, like on a Friday when afternoon commutes become very cumbersome, I take my bike and go to work and save a lot of time, and it's good fun to do that as well.
And you're staying here in the Philippines until 2015. You were granted that request to stay longer here in the Philippines.
I suggested my ministry that it might be useful to stay on for another year, and they fortunately agreed. So I think we have a win-win situation there for the ministry and certainly for us, for my family.
you and your wife are actually planning on settling in the Philippines.
I think we're planning this very seriously. We don't have any detailed arrangements yet, but also with my wife's family, I think we will spend a lot of time here in the Philippines once retirement comes.
How would you describe a perfect day?
I enjoy weekends. Of course, everybody enjoys weekends. It allows you to do things, different things. You go explore the country, drive the motorbike, or go diving in Nanilao or something. That's very nice. Spending time with my wife and the family and friends, that's of course always a perfect situation. I think on a professional level, it's best to have as much interaction as possible. And that's where we can best do our job, which is represent Swiss interests politically, economically, culturally, and to increase and improve the ties between the Philippines and Switzerland.
How would you define success?
I think success has an objective and a subjective side. I think the objective is when you have a task that you do as a diplomat, in my case, to bring relations forward. If you manage to work with the Philippines, in which will hopefully contribute to foster relations, I think that's success. And if that can be done on a more or less constant basis with a team that you work together that is happy and constructive doing it, I think that's success. On the more subjective level, I think it's when you feel content, when you feel happy in your private and professional life, and you think you're contributing to your relationship that you're in, the people that you work with. I think that's how success can be described in a good way.
Success is not just about power and money. It is also about finding love and adventure beyond your homeland and living a life of contentment and comfort wherever you are. That's everyday success.